Hi, everyone. I'm Eliza Sherman, and I'm the CEO of Ellementa. And this is a brief call to let you know a little bit more about our company. You had expressed interest in becoming a leader, so I wanted to give you a few more details about that. And if it sounds like it's right for you, then we can get started. Okay. So we call our company a global women's wellness network or a global women's health company. We focus on health and wellness, and we just happen to have expertise and access to experts with knowledge about cannabis. And we feel that there's a lot of misinformation out there that needs to come out. There is a lot of information, but not specific to women. So, who's behind Elementa? Three women from the tech industry, myself. In the middle there pictured is Ashley Kingsley, who takes care of outreach to partners and to women like you, and Melissa Pierce on the right-hand side. She is our COO, and you can see some of our background. I've done a lot of digital marketing for many years, Ashley as well, and Melissa has done that, and she is a filmmaker. So again, the reason we put Elementa together is because there really wasn't a place for women to go to find out female-specific information about cannabis. And again, with a health and wellness focus. We have nothing against just using cannabis for relaxation because that is actually wellness, or using cannabis for enjoyment because that's wellness. So we come at this from different perspectives. We're between the ages of 40 something and 50 something. We're all moms of kids, various ages ranging from 2 to 20 something. So you can see the kinds of perspectives that we have. And we try to bring that to our company. And we look to partner with women like you who may be interested in learning more about cannabis. And you can learn as you go along, because what we're trying to do is just get the information that we compile out there to more women. So even if you're learning, you can become a leader and bring the information that we provide to you to more women. So becoming a leader is about building a local community. Now, you may already have your local community, and maybe you just want to bring better information about cannabis to that community. Or you might be starting from scratch and you want to hold Elementa gatherings, educational women's wellness events, to start building a community. Now, the former, having your own community first and then bringing this knowledge to them, is a lot easier than starting from scratch. We've got women who do either way, but those who are starting from scratch, it's a longer process, but we're here to support you every step of the way. As a leader, you believe in empowering other women. You hopefully have a strong network already, an email list, a Facebook group, some kind of community, even an offline club that you belong to, where those women are curious about cannabis or are in need of cannabis medicine, and you want to be the one to bring that to them. It can be as small as a group of 4 to 6 women. It could be as large as 25 to 30 women. We like to cap that community meeting at around 40, because after that it becomes less personal, and we pride ourselves in having very personal types of meetings where you can get that health information, but it isn't like a talking head and you can't participate. So women tend to be more shy in the larger groups, but tend to be more open in the smaller groups. So you also see a need in your community. Women who are maybe not getting good information, maybe your state's just going legal and you don't even know what that means, or the women around you don't know what that means, and how they can access good medicine and what is good cannabis medicine in the first place. Maybe you also want to build your professional profile. Becoming a leader at Ellementa can help boost your profile. You're aligning with a company that we're proud to say has a good reputation. It is an international company, although the focus right now is North America. So it is Canada, the US. We've got some interest in Mexico. We're launching Puerto Rico. So it's really a certain portion of the globe, but we are eager to expand beyond North America. You are hopefully a strong communicator and not shy around people. We've had some women sign up because they totally believe in the mission, but then they realized that as introverts, it was not really comfortable for them to be in front of other people talking. So you need that comfort level. And you want to make a difference. You want to make a difference in your life. You want to make a difference in other women's lives and in people's lives, because any woman that we empower affects the lives of at least half a dozen others, like everyone in her household, her immediate circle of friends, her colleagues. So that's why we focus on women, because we're the nurturers, we're the caregivers, and we just naturally make the decisions at home about what goes into the medicine chest. I mean, you know the power that we have. So we'd like to empower women. And you also need access to a venue. That's one of the most challenging pieces, besides getting in front of people and talking, is to find a place where you can gather. And we're really recommending that you do it in a private home. It doesn't have to be your own if it's not conducive. Maybe it's a friend's house and she's happy to host you. The women who hold these in their homes find that they're much more intimate and rich and very, very open and comfortable. Having it in a public setting, it can still be a little bit daunting for people. A lot of women are still extremely intimidated. The stigma is there, the judgment is there. If they don't feel comfortable, we're not going to get them there. We have some women who own shops, or there's one former leader who opened up a CBD shop, and that is a really nice space. And we're very encouraging, if you have a shop or a clinic or a business practice where you're willing to host, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You have things that you want to promote, and as long as it's done in a tasteful manner, we are very, very eager to support you as well. Now, being a leader is a commission-based, fee-based contract that you would enter. You're not an employee. You don't work for us. We provide you with tools. You are paying us a fee, a small fee, by the way. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But the basis of our events is educating and empowering women with better information about cannabis, health, and wellness. We meet face-to-face. Well, we also have webinars. Some of you may have attended our online webinars. We have a book club online, a virtual book club, which is sort of like a webinar format, but a little bit more informal, where we interview or speak with an author of a wellness book. So we have a lot of different things online and offline, but as a leader, your whole world will be the events. Now, these are events that are very particular. The format, again, is intimate, conversational. We like to call them women's wellness circles. So literally sit in a circle if you can, as opposed to a classroom setting. These aren't business networking events, although networking does happen. These are show and tells. We like to have a product there of some kind, or even just packaging, depending on the legality of what can be there and cannot be there. We always follow the laws, and the laws are very different for every state, but also every city or county as well. So you need to be educated about your laws and know what can happen. Sponsors, which I'll talk about a little bit more as well, the brands that we work with usually do know the laws. They have to be compliant. We don't do anything under the table. We don't do anything in the gray market or the black market. This is all about education and information. Our events are also non-consumption. So you are not to have THC there, and there is not to be any smoking or consuming of THC. So we'll get into more of those details if you become a leader, to let you know sort of the ins and outs, but that's a general overview of our events. Oh, by the way, on the events, you can have experts there, but if you're an expert, you don't need to, but some of the leaders find that having an expert attracts more attention. And if it attracts more attention, all the better, meaning it gets more women there. But don't feel pressured to have an expert every single time unless you do not have some expertise. We don't want to pass on misinformation. We do provide you with some talking points and some research resources, information that you can use, but that may not be enough when people start asking questions. We do encourage conversation. We do encourage people to answer some of the questions themselves based on their own personal experience. But we have to be careful to make sure people know we're not doctors, of course, unless you are a doctor, and that the people in the audience may not have the right information. So we have to be comfortable pointing that out as well. Now, we do work with brands. We like to say that our bread and butter is helping brands reach women and helping them better understand how to serve women as customers, as the purchasers of cannabis products or CBD products. So we do work with brands in a variety of ways, including offering them client services. But on the event front, on the gatherings front, when you host an event, you can get local sponsors. If it's a national company, a company that can sell nationally, like a CBD company, or even a supplement company, beauty company, fashion, jewelry, if they have the capability of sponsoring nationally, we would like you to make an introduction to us and we'll work together with you to close that sale. But if they are a local only or only interested in sponsoring one local event, yours, then we encourage you and we will train you and support you in selling a sponsorship to them so you can generate more revenue. We're pretty generous with the percentage split. We'll talk about that more if you become a leader. But the idea is that you have the ability to earn money based on this event that you are holding. So if you're interested in doing sales for some of the client services, there's even more money to be made by you on a commission-based basis. And that could be something, if you're really into selling, that you can do and add to the revenue generation potential. Now, when I say revenue generation, I just want to level set and say that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not an affiliate marketing program. This is us giving you a framework to hold these events that are in a specific format, attract a specific kind of audience, and attract a specific kind of sponsor. And you can leverage it as much as you want. Now, some of the women do this and they say flat out, I'm not in it for the money. I just want to do these things. And we are happy to support that. Other women are like, I'm really into the money. I want to make more money. Great. We'll give you the tools to do that. Some women are in financial situations where they have a lot of pressure and they are hoping this is going to get them out of a hole financially. That is not what this is. This is a framework for meetings that you can bring to your community and have a lot of benefits, but it really is as much as you put into it. And maybe at the top that we've seen so far, some of the leaders have made about 1,000 or so a month. But on average, they're making maybe 100 to 300 a month. So again, please set your expectations. Now, some of the perks that you get being a leader, you get this platform right away where you can build your professional brand. And you get this framework for our women-focused educational events. And we provide you with topics and resources to help you make that happen. And that is nice if you know that you want to do this kind of education, but you need some support, some resources, and like I said, that framework, a format that you can follow as opposed to starting from scratch. Then we also offer you back office support and administer all of that back office busy work for setting up your event online. So this is not about you physically getting the venue, because that's on you, to get the venue, to get the women there, to have the setup of the room, all of that, the physical stuff is what you would do if you do any kind of event, but that's what you would do for our events as well. But the back office support is, if you think about it, you have to also set up a registration system. we set you up on Eventbrite. You want to market on Facebook, we set you up with a Facebook event. You want to be on our website, we put you on our website, your bio and profile photo. We also put each one of your gatherings as you book them onto our website, so you get the benefit of our traffic as well. We market you through our emails. We do national emails, we'll do some regional emails depending on the region. We put you into our social media messaging stream. So on all of our different social media platforms, we will be mentioning individually and then collectively your gathering. As I said before, there's income generation opportunities. You'll get money from tickets sold. We usually sell tickets around $10. There's a little bit of a psychological thing about having women pay something so they feel a commitment to showing up. We have found with free events, sometimes they will show up, but they have this expectation that they're going to get freebies, something that is possible. But if they get those freebies, there's value there. So we think $10 is pretty reasonable. You could go a little lower if you want, but that is your first line of revenue generation. You could go higher if you want. Some cities seem to support that. But we like $10 as the admission fee, and that money can go to you. Sponsorships I mentioned. You can also join affiliate programs. Some of our sponsors have them. If we really work with the company, that means we really like the company. And so their affiliate program is probably a really worthwhile thing to go into if that's your thing. It's not for everybody, and you don't have to do it if you don't want to. You're part of a bigger global community, and I love the fact that I could go to different cities in the country and just connect with the Ellementa leader. I have somebody who I know there, so that's really nice. And there are media opportunities, local and national media opportunities. We're really good at PR, and we are happy to help you boost your profile locally. And maybe if you're interested, have you be a spokesperson on a national front as well. As we get to know each other, these are the kinds of opportunities that just continue to open up. And again, we provide that back office administration. We set up your registration. We manage the transactions for you. We pay you out within 30 days post-event. So you'll be getting checks from us. In some cases, we might pay by PayPal. Just depends on your situation and your preference. Customer service and support. So when people say, I need a refund, or I have a question about this event, we're your first line of customer service, so you're not inundated with all of that. We do the national marketing, as I mentioned. We also support your sponsors. So if you get a local sponsor, the work doesn't end there, because then we need to put them into all of our marketing as well as you put them into yours. So they'll be mentioned in our social media, in our emails, on our website. That's their expectation, and that's the benefits they get from becoming a sponsor. And again, we'll train you on how to sell sponsorship to them. We might get a sponsor for your gathering locally. So we might get a national sponsor who wants to sponsor 6 different gatherings, and it might be one of yours as well. If that's the case, we'll give you a stipend, a piece of the action. So if they pay us, you'll get a piece of that as well, because you need to take care of them or their products when they show up or when they ship something to you. You do also get potentially free products. Select markets, because not every sponsor wants to send product everywhere. Some of them do, and most of them will send to at least a handful of cities. So you may be getting free products for yourself and for the women who attend, or you might get a giveaway product. So one single product that you can use as a giveaway, which is another nice touch and enticement to get women there and get them excited about trying new products. And then again, at the end of your gathering, you give us a little recap, and then we give you a financial recap and pay you within 30 days. So the final thing that we get a lot of questions about is, how much does it cost to join? There is a licensing and services fee. We call it a modest fee. If you think about all the work we're doing and providing to you, we're asking that you help pay for someone to be dedicated to being there as your support. So the annual fee is $350. It can be paid up front, or you can do it in monthly payments of $35. So yes, there is a little bit of a difference in price. It is cheaper if you just pay the $350 up front And that covers everything that you need. We don't usually ask you for any other money for anything else, unless you want to purchase things from us, like Ellementa t-shirts. You could purchase them at a discount. So other than that, though, there are no hidden costs. You pay that. You sign an agreement with us, which is a licensing agreement and a services agreement. And then we will put everything into place for you, and you get started. You pick your date, you pick your venue, the time, the topic. Again, we give you resources. So we have a library of about 25 topics, but you can also choose your own topic, and we'll support you to make sure you have really good information around that topic. And then you launch and you grow your community, and we're there every step of the way to answer your questions.